Well, I made it to Ainsworth. This town's gonna bring back a lot of memories. Probably a lot of emotion too, so let's see what we have. So I used to live over there in those apartments for a little while, and this Conoco was a different gas station, and there was a little restaurant there I used to cook at. I used to love that place. Sunday mornings, go in there. I can't remember who the old lady was, but she'd come in. They had chicken fry on Sundays, fried chicken. She would have like 10 cast iron skillets going back there on single burners, just going to town all morning. Yeah, I liked living here. Me and Brent staying in one of those rooms, and Brent wakes up in the middle of the night, drunk as hell. He wakes up in the middle of the night and looks between his legs, and there's a fire in the bed. I get on him all the time about falling asleep smoking, dummy. Anyways, let's ride around some more. What's that? This place I remember, it used to be local, like your local hamburger ice cream parlor. All the high school kids work here. Worked here for a little while. Good times. Now you got the Red and White Market grocery store. It's still there. This place has always been here as long as I can remember. I remember one year it was Halloween, a bunch of kids decided it would be a good idea to take them and spread them across the interstate. That wasn't cool. Most of the kids that I was hanging around with back then would take the dumpsters out from behind the businesses on Main Street. That'd be about it. Right over there used to be the county jail. Wonder if it still is. Pump and pantry's still here. One year I switched the lettering around. I switched the N and the I around on Ainsworth and took the H and threw it up on top. Renamed the post office Ainsworth. It was like that for about 2 weeks before they noticed. Used to be a bar right around here. They had the old tin ceiling. Everything was still as it was back in the day, basically. I want to say that was it right there. I don't see any signs on it anymore. I don't know. Definitely gonna ride around and see if I can't find my old house. Well, that's it for Main Street. I'm gonna duck off, see if I can find my old house. That's the old house I used to live in. I believe Sheriff John Brown used to live there. Pretty sure. I'll ride around a little bit, make sure. I may be off. Oh, I used to live in that house. Me and Brent Chandler lived there. Rented a small apartment in the basement. I remember one time we were middle of the night, we're out messing around, raising hell with the cops, and I remember being drunk and I seen the cops sitting in the alley, and I went walking down the alley, creeping up behind him and smacked him in the back end, rear fender. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. No, you ain't. Took off running. Well, I came back here. I headed down the stairs, and my apartment was right there on the right. Well, if you kept on going straight and made a left, it took you in the laundry room, and it had a fruit cellar entrance. So when I was running from the cop, I went in there, closed that door behind me, and just stood in that stairwell. And no way anybody was getting in or out of there without me noticing. So I'm sitting out there, and I want to say it was Dana come running up down the stairs behind me after a little bit. He had the same idea, so I creeped all the way up to the top of them stairs and waited, and he opened up the door and come back in, closed it, and it's pitch black. And he's like, I was like, yeah, this is a good place to hide, ain't it? Scared the shit out of him. So right over there, that's the county jail. You got a little fenced in area where we used to let us out once a day to smoke. That was back in the day. Looks like they redid a lot of that building. That's not the same building. That fence is original though. But it looks like they remodeled the whole outside of that building. This is the place where, was it here? Yeah, I think it was. The sheriff's wife would cook meals and bring them in. So you always got a good meal. What are you doing, Charlie? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Charlie?
Jay, how do you take him out? You know how to take him
Bottom should be a release.
There's that. And then I think there's an open thing on the bottom.
Yeah, it should be. What's it look like on the bottom?
Push thing. Yeah, push.
Holy cow.
Oh.
Get them on this side.
I think you get a rope or something. There's one, there's two. Fishing.
He caught one of them. I didn't catch none of them.
She says, let's go to the train to get candy. Meanwhile, we already have the sweet bread out. Layla.